Hi guys, just warning you, this video has tons of cats and tons of Sailor Moon. And by Sailor Moon, I mean Sailor Mini Moon. So if you especially hate the pink-haired little girl, this is not the video for you. And if you hate cats, this probably isn't the video for you either because he makes a special appearance in this video. And also there's a clip at the end that you might not want to watch because he's sitting there for like 10 minutes. Now, I'm just going to say, having a cat and drawing on camera is kind of difficult. So he eventually comes to visit me. I'm like, okay, this is fine, and I put the camera on him for a bit. We're having a good time. And he's snuggling. Now, this is going on for like 10 minutes, so I can't really draw very much or color very much because he's taking up most of her head with his butt. See, here he is. There, bam, he sits. He's sitting and he's taking up the whole picture. So we put the camera on me. We eventually go back to the cat in the picture. And I start working. When he gets up, he left a special surprise on Sailor Mini Moon's head. You heard me. He left a special surprise. No, don't think it's that disgusting. It's actually just paw prints. He left paw prints on her eyes. It was like, I'm thinking, oh my god, why are your feet dirty? You're a cat. You don't go outside. He's an indoor cat. So, there's no reason his feet should be dirty. There's no reason he should have put a paw print on her face. But yet, it's still there. So yeah, there's paw print on her eyeball, and I did my darndest to kind of hide it. I went, because I didn't actually color that area yet, so when I went over it, I tried to make it not very noticeable. When I scan it, I have to go into Photoshop and make sure that it looks alright and there isn't actually like a paw print on her face. But I really hope it's alright because I don't think it's that noticeable at this point, but seriously! You sit on my pictures and leave a paw print on her eyeball? That just makes my life so much more difficult. So anyway, at this point, I think I've completed most of the Sailor Scouts. I have Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, and Moon left. So, if your favorite character has yet to be drawn, relax because it will eventually come in the future. Whenever I get to it, because I have so many projects going on. So speaking of projects, I had my suggestion poll up, I think like 2 weeks ago. And I wanted to give you guys ample time to vote and make sure that the winner is, what you want to win. So the winner was GLaDOS and Wheatley from Portal 2. And actually, I'm very excited about this because I had a project that I was working on that I mentioned a while back in one of my videos that it's a watercolor. And I want to know if you guys want a tutorial about watercolors and all that jazz, but I have this poster that I sort of made in a large piece of watercolor paper, and GLaDOS is in it, Wheatley's in it, also Chell is in it, and the companion cube's in it, and Cake is in it, and a bunch of things, and splatters of the goop or whatever in Portal 2. I don't even remember what it's called. The orange and the white and the blue goop. I don't know what it's called. I just call it goop. Whatever. That's all in the picture. So I figured since it was the winner for the poll, I might as well just complete the entire poster. So you guys are going to get more than you kind of, I guess, asked for, and I hope that's alright with you guys because I'm very excited about this picture. I just need to find a place to work on because my desk is kind of small and this is actually a large poster, so and I have watercolors, so I don't want to knock water onto my desk and all over the place, and I really need to figure out where I'm going to film it. So that's what's coming up. That was the winner, GLaDOS and Wheatley, and I believe that it had a pretty big number behind it. I mean, all the other options were pretty far behind GLaDOS and Wheatley, so it won by, quite a bit. So look forward to that picture because I certainly am, and I guess we'll talk a little bit more about the picture that I'm drawing here. Now, I figured that this picture would not be the easiest Sailor Scout to draw, or color rather, because she has so many different shades of pink to the point where it's red. So her eyes are red, her bow is red, she has the red things on her don't even know what they're called. I guess they're pigtails, but they have those little, I don't know, cones sticking out of her head. That thing's red as well. But then there's the pink on her outfit, which is different from the pink on her hair, which is different from the pink that's on her little heart on her belt, which is different from the pink that's on her bow. So it was a lot of figuring out what pink do I use, you know, when is it appropriate to use this shade of pink and not that shade of pink. So you'll see a piece of paper that I've been using this whole time, and there's just a bunch of shading of different colors and pinks and reds on there, and that's kind of what I use to figure out, you know, which shade of pink should I use. I'll just draw it out and see. It's really evident when my cat was there, because you'll just see the piece of paper and me figuring out what colors to use. So to offset all the pink, I decided to make the background a light green. I wanted to make it a light green because I wanted to incorporate the yellows in her outfit. So it will be like a very yellow green, and then some accents of darker green, just to kind of make her pop out more. So that's a little bit about my picture. I'm fairly sure that I covered up the paw print on her eyeball. You guys can check DeviantArt to make sure I covered up the paw print on the eyeball, because the scan will show a lot more than the actual webcam picture. And with all this said, I have a special clip for you guys at the very end that I had mentioned at the beginning of this video. And it's just my cat and what he does to me when I'm drawing, and how I have to take breaks. So anyway, just enjoy it. This is fast forward. This is probably like 15 minutes of him just sitting there and wanting to be scratched. So thanks for watching. Bye, guys.